Filipino Indigenous Arts and Crafts, reported by Group 5. Mirasol Ibalieras, Sahara Saginhon Linuay, and Charmian C. Rodrigo. Introduction. The Philippines is a culturally diverse archipelago home to over 100 ethno-linguistic groups, each with its own rich traditions, beliefs, and artistic expressions. Among these are indigenous arts and crafts, which are traditional forms of creativity rooted in pre-colonial practices and sustained through oral traditions and ancestral teachings. These artistic expressions are deeply intertwined with the people's identity, environment, spirituality, and daily life. Historical background. Indigenous Filipino arts and crafts predate colonial contact. Art forms were primarily functional, ceremonial, or symbolic. Early Filipinos expressed themselves through first is the weaving, or the use for clothing, blankets, and trade. In regions like Ilocos, Cordillera, and Mindanao, weaving developed unique styles and patterns. The Ilocano inabel is known for its strength and geometric designs. The Ifugao and Kalinga tribes wove fabrics with symbolic patterns tied to nature, status, and spirituality. In Mindanao, the Tiboli created the tinalak, an abaca fabric believed to be shown to weavers in dreams, or dream weaving. The Maranao and Maguindanao communities wove malong and inaul fabrics rich in color and royal symbolism. Meaning and cultural significance. Weaving is more than a craft. It is a cultural expression and a spiritual tradition. Patterns often carry deep meanings and social identity. Certain designs indicate tribe status or occasion, and also the spiritual connection. Or some believe weaving is guided by ancestral spirits or dreams. And storytelling. Each patterns and colors can represent nature, history, or beliefs. Weaving is a symbol of resilience, identity, and heritage, reflecting the creativity and values of Filipino indigenous communities. Today, it continues to thrive as a form of cultural pride and economic empowerment for traditional artisans. Second is the pottery. History of pottery and its meaning. Pottery is one of the oldest crafts in the Philippines, dating back over 3,000 years, even before the Spanish colonizations. Early Filipinos made pottery by hand or using simple tools, shaping clay into jars, bowls, and cooking vessels. These were often sun-dried or fired in open pits, then used for storing food, water, and grains. Archaeological finds like the Manunggul jar from Palawan dating to 890 to 710 BC show that pottery was also used for burial and rituals, not just daily life. Each design or shape carried cultural meaning related to life, death, and the spirit world. Different regions developed their own pottery styles. Vegan Ilocosur is famous for its Borni jars, used for storing vinegar and basi or sugar cane wine. In Kalinga, potters shape earthenware using traditional coiling methods passed down for generations. Kina. In Visayas and Mindanao, pottery was decorated with unique etchings and geometric patterns, meaning and cultural significance. Pottery reflects the practical, spiritual, and artistic lives of indigenous Filipinos. It symbolizes daily survival, or as vessels for food, water, and tools. Spiritual beliefs, especially in burial jars and ritual items. Creativity and identity, with patterns unique to each ethnic group. Today, pottery remains a living tradition in many communities, connecting the past to the present and showcasing the resilience of Filipino craftsmanship. Body ornamentation, tattoos, beadwork, and accessories. Body ornamentation in the Philippines has a long and rich history, especially among indigenous communities. Long before Spanish colonization, early Filipinos practiced tattooing, beadwork, and wore accessories as part of their daily life, social identity, and spiritual belief.
Number 1, tattoos or batok. Tattoos were common among Visayans, Kalinga, Ifugao, and other highland tribes. In fact, early Spanish explorers called the Visayans pintados or painted ones due to their heavily tattooed body. Tattoos were earned as mark of bravery, status, or achievements in battles. For example, among the Kalinga, tattoos are called batok, applied using a thorn or bamboo stick and suit. Men earn tattoos through warfare or headhunting. Women had tattoos for beauty, fertility, and tribal identity. Today, the last traditional Mambatok Wangud has helped revive interest in the indigenous tattooing. Number 2, beadwork. Beadwork has been practiced for centuries by groups like the Tivoli, Bagubo, Manobo, and Kalinga. Beads were made from shells, seeds, stones, glass, and metals, and were sewn into clothes, necklaces, earrings, and belts. Beads symbolize wealth, clan affiliation, and spiritual protection. In rituals, certain bead patterns were believed to ward off evil or attack blessings. Skilled beadwork was often passed from mother to daughter. Number 3, accessories. Indigenous Filipinos are also adorn themselves with brass and gold jewelry, earrings, rings, bracelet, headgear, and combs, decorated with natural materials, belts, armlets, and necklaces made from boar stalks, bones, or feathers. These accessories showed social rank, personal milestone, or tribal belongings. For example, in Mindanao, royalty wore gold ornaments and elaborate headpieces. Among the Ifugao, men wore earrings and loincloth pins to show age and authority. Meaning and cultural significance. Body ornamentation in indigenous Filipino culture is not just for beauty. It represents identity and heritage, status and bravery, spiritual protection, respect for tradition and ancestors. Number 4, wood carving. Wood carving is one of the most ancient and respected art forms in the Philippines, practiced by various indigenous groups long before colonial times. Early Filipino used locally available hardwoods like Nara, Mulavi, and Acacia to create both functional and spiritual objects. In northern Luzon, the Ifugao and Kalinga carve bolol or rice gold figures placed in a rice granaries to protect the harvest. House post and status. It is symbolizing ancestors and spirits. Ritual objects used in ceremonies, healing, and offering. In Mindanao, the Maranao people are known for the ochre or style, a flowing design carved into torogan or royal houses panels, furniture and boats, weapons like the Christ, which often have intricately carved heads and scarbards. During the Spanish period, Filipino wood carvers in regions like Pampanga became known for crafting religious statues called santos used in churches and home altars. Meaning and cultural significance. Wood carving hold deep cultural meaning for indigenous Filipino. It reflects spiritual belief. Many carvings present deities, nature spirits, and ancestors. Traditional and identity. Each ethnic group has its own carving styles and symbolism. Functional and beauty. Carving are both useful and decorative, seen in homes, tools, and religious items. Today, wood carving continue as both a sacred practice and a cultural livelihood, helping preserve Filipino heritage through generation of of skilled artisans. Number 5, architecture. Indigenous architecture in the Philippines developed shaped by climate, natural resources, and community lifestyles. Early Filipino structures were built using bamboo, nipa, rattan, cogon grass, and wood, reflecting the Filipino deep connection with nature. In Mindanao, the Maranao built the Turugan, a royal house decorated with intricate ochre carving, symbolizing power and status. Other Muslim groups like the Tausug and Yakan also built stealth houses adapted to coastal environments. Meaning and cultural significance. Traditional Filipino architecture reflect adaptation to environment. Homes were built for comfort, safety, and mobility. Social structure. The size and design of a home often indicated the owner's status. Spiritual belief. Houses were aligned with natural forces and blessed through rituals. Communal values. Species encourage close family and community ties. Indigenous architecture is a symbolized of unity, sustainability, and cultural identity, showing how early Filipinos lived in harmony with nature and with one another. Number 6 is oral literary arts. Oral literary arts in the Philippines, such as chants, epic, and myths, have existed for thousands of years, long before the introduction of writing system. These were passed down orally from generation to generation by elders, shamans or babaylan, or community storytellers. These serve as the main way to preserve history, beliefs, and cultural identity among indigenous community. Number 1, chants. Chants were often performed during rituals, harvest, healing, and spiritual ceremonies. Among the Ifugao, chants called hudhud were recited during rice planting and funerals. These chants followed a rhythmic patterns patterns and were led mostly by women. Number 2, epics. Indigenous groups like the Ifugao, Maranao, Tagbanwa, and Subanon developed long epics poems that told stories of heroic ancestor gods and battles. Example include Biang Nilamang, Ang Ilocano, Hinilawod o Panay, Darangon in Maranao, also a UNESCO or recognized epic. These epic were memorized and performed for hours or even days, often accompanied by music or dance. Number 3, myths. Myths explain the creation of the world, natural phenomena, or moral lessons. Stories like Malakas and Maganda, the Tagalog creation myths, reveal how early Filipinos understood their origin and values. Other groups told myths about mountain spirits, ritual guardians, or sky gods. Meaning and cultural significance. Oral literary arts are deeply meaningful in Filipino indigenous life. They serve to preserve history and identity in the absence of written records. Teach values like bravery, respect, and community unity. Express belief about the spiritual world, nature, ancestry, and strengthen social bonds through shared performance and storytelling. This oral tradition remains vital in reviving cultural pride, especially as many are being recorded and taught in schools and cultural programs.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Charmaine Rodrigo, and I am discussing about regional forms and examples. In Cordillera region, northern Luzon, waving, pinnacle, and enabel. Pinnacle means illusion. Ang pinnacle ito ay panlaban sa masamang espiritu. Inabel, General Ilocano hand-woven textile, tawag sa hinabing tela ng Ilocos. Tatuwing batok. Batok ang tawag sa sinaunang tato ng mga kalinga na ginagawa bilang gantimpala sa tapang at tagumpay ng mandirigma at sa kababaihan bilang palamuti ng kagandahan. Wood carving. Bulol. Ang bulol ay rise of God figure. Ito ay ang kahoy na rebulto ng Diyos ng palay na tagapagdala ng masaganang ani sa mga taga-Ifugao. Northern Luzon and Cagayan Valley. Gadang beadwork. Makukulay na kwintas at headdress para sa ritual at piyesta. Central Luzon, Pampanga wood carving, particularly religious imagery such as santos. Ito naman ay ang paglililok ng mga santo na simbolo sa kanilang pananampalataya. Bamboo and rattan crafts, functional and decorative, baskets, and furnitures. Ito naman ay gamit pang dekorasyon mula sa kawayan at yantok, praktikal at malikhaing sining. Southern Luzon and Bicol. Abaca weaving. Ito ay matibay na hinabing tela mula sa abaca. Bornjar, Bornijar sa vegan. Banga na gawa sa clay para imbakan ng suka at wine. In Visayas, Panay Bukidnon, Panubok Embroidery. Traditional embroidery, symbolic patterns. Bordang may simbolo ng kultura ng mga taga-Panay Bukidnon. Hablon weaving in Iloilo. Makukulay na tela tulad ng juicy pinya, abaca. Copy shell crafts. Decorative items and windows made from translucent capiz shell. In Mindanao, Tinalak weaving in Tibuli, South Cotabato. Kilala bilang dream weaving dahil sa mga disenyo daw ay pinapakita sa mga manghahabi sa kanilang panaginip. Malong and inaol weaving. Ito naman ay tradisyonal na tela at kasuotan ng mga Maranao, Maguindanao at iba pang mga uri ng Muslim groups. Brassware and kolintang instrument. Kolintang. Ibig sabihin ng kolintang ay maliit na gong na tumutugtog ng musikang pangritual at sayaw. Brassware, mga gamit na gawa sa tanso na may masalimuot na disenyo. Ochre designs. Karaniwang disenyo ng mga Maranao at tausog sa kanilang bahay. Functional and indigenous arts. Ritualistic. Ang ritualistic ay ito ay ginagamit sa seremonyang panrelihiyon o pangritual gaya ng maskara, estatwa, at instrumentong pantugtog. Utilitarian. Or gamit sa araw-araw. Ito ay ang mga bagay na may silbi sa buhay tulad ng kasangkapan, lalagyan at kasuotan na ginagawa ng may sining at disenyo. Social and political. Nagsisilbing palatandaan ang katayuan sa lipunan. Aesthetic and decorative. Nagbibigay kulay at kahulugan sa buhay ng komunidad. Preservation and challenges. Despite their cultural value, indigenous arts face threats such as modernization and industrialization. Banta rin ang modernization at industrialization. Ang pag-unlad ng teknolohiya at industriya ay isang banta sa cultural value ng indigenous arts face sapagkat Madalas na nawawala ng halaga ang tradisyonal na sining at napapalitan ng mga produktong gawa sa pabrika. Loss of traditional knowledge. Ang pagkawala ng tradisyonal na kaalaman. Maraming kaalaman sa sining, ritual at kultura ng mga katutubo na ang naipapasa lamang sa pamamagitan ng salita o gawa. Globalization, climate change affecting natural resources. Ang pagbabago ng klima at pagkasira ng kapaligiran. Commercial exploitation without sensitivity. Efforts to preserve them include community-based school living tradition, recognition through gawad sa manlilikha ng bayan, inclusion in local education and tourism, government and NGO support for cultural enterprises. Notable artists and cultural masters. Wangud Ugay, Kalinga. Traditional tattoos Mambabatok, also known as the last oldest living Mambabatok of the Kalinga people in Buskalan, Tinglayan, Kalinga. Lang Dulay, in Tibuli, Tinlak Weaver. Known as the Dream Weaver, she translated her vision and dreams into intricate patterns. Salinta Monona, in Tagabawa, Bagubo, a traditional textile weaver. Declared a Gamaba Awardee in 1998 for her expertise in weaving Bagubo Inabal textile. Eduardo Mutok in Kapampangan, master of metal work and religious carving. Darhata Sawabi, Pishabet Weaver. Overview. Filipino indigenous arts and crafts are more than cultural artifacts. They are living traditions that embody the soul, history, and wisdom of the nation's earliest communities. They deserve protection, revitalization, and sincere appreciation, not just souvenirs or tourist attractions, but as vital expressions of Filipino identity. In celebrating and preserving these arts, we ensure that the voices of our indigenous people continue to thrive in the national narrative. Thank you.